Okay, so it's creating it. All right, and we live. This is
We
Cherie
are.
Wilson Harris, and this is Self Care Saturday. Thanks for joining us here at Real Talk for Real People. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, hello, hello.
This is Coach Lauren Michelle. She is of Ashe Health and Wellness. She is also of Total Life Changes, and she is my compadre. uh, Real Talk for Real People. She is definitely a wonderful contributor, editor, and a co-producer of what we do here at Real Talk for Real People. And I thank God for you. For having to hear me talk so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything, Lauren. I so
Absolutely.
appreciate you. I just can't tell you just how much of a blessing you really are. And we're going to talk today about, do you really want to get well?
Mm.
We're going to talk about wellness and how and wholeness and getting well. And the one thing I can say is that I your your life, your total life changing products have been a blessing to me. I cannot have accomplished any of this without your help and your guidance. So I really,
That's so
I really
awesome.
appreciate that.
That's so awesome.
Really appreciate that. And we're gonna talk some more about that. We're gonna talk about a few different things. Today, why we're gonna talk about do you really want to get well? When I created this segment, this is a segment that really touches my heart because it's so much of what Real Talk for Real People is about. We
Hmm.
are holistic in our approach to our spirituality. And sometimes people get holistic. They think we're into some kind of cult or something.
Hmm.
Not
It
really
definitely means
understanding.
different things for different people.
Right. And so I'm going to uh, give the definition of holistic as it is our approach to
Hmm.
what we do in Real Talk for Real People, what you do as a life coach. Is it really means caring for a person
Hmm.
as a whole. So a whole person. So we're dealing with
Hmm.
wholeness. Keeping in mind the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the social, and financial needs of an individual. Again, the whole being.
Hmm.
So what we do at Real Talk for Real People, we provide content and information and encouragement and support. And we embrace these people. We educate them. We empower them. We impact them. Right here, not only with a blog, which we consider a digital magazine that you flip through every day or scroll through, but also with this podcast. That's what we're doing, educating, uplifting, empowering, encouraging through the podcast. And we have also developed a YouTube channel which houses all our videos so that you can always go back and see an episode or go back and get some advice or just go back and watch us laugh and giggle. And I still want to thank Thursday night we had Judge Michael Ryan and his wife, Bailiff Robin Ryan. And man, we had a blast. It was so informative. The Courage to Obey. So I want to thank them again. Again, I'm going to do a little more housekeeping and say that this segment right here, do you really want to get well, is sponsored by Taylor Brown of the Click Nail Bar, which is a new black owned nail salon.
Oh,
Yes, at Van Aken
yes.
Boulevard, across the street from the Vlad. So it's in our neighborhoods, across the street from the Vlad. Brand new. I think they've only been there 10 months. Beautiful place. Want to get your nails done? Call on Taylor Brown at the Click Nail Bar. So thanks so much, Taylor. I appreciate what you did for me. So in getting into it, Coach Lauren, and talking about getting well, I want to read John 5 a little bit so that we can kind of go through some points about getting well. And it really talks about Jesus. They were outside of the city gates, and there was a area where there's a pool, and it's called the Pool of Bethesda. And I'm not going to get really theological in this. It's a pool out there, and it's got 5 porches, you know, and there are people everywhere lounging on the porches. But these people, the important thing to understand here, these people were either blind, lame, paralyzed, disabled in some sort of fashion. And so sometimes when we talk about the Bible, it's symbolic. Okay, it's symbolic wording. So the people really could have been paralyzed from fear. Okay, or they could have been lame because they just were lazy. Okay, but they all had these disabilities, or not being, or how I like to say, they were disabled. They were disabled in some form or fashion. So the devil does like to diss us, to put us in this type of situation. And so Jesus kind of walks up to this guy, and this particular man had been around this pool area for 38 years in his disability, right? So they were
A whole
all laying
lifetime.
around. That's a long time, right? That's a long time to be disabled, unable to do things, unable to complete things. And he's really stuck in this area because, for one, they're waiting for an angel to come by and dip their wing in this pool, and the first person there gets totally healed. But they're waiting for an angel, and the angel only comes like once a year, right? So all the whole year long, they're just waiting for the angel to come, and only one person gets healed. Wow, that's a long time. So when I heard this story, so what I like is that when Jesus saw this man, and he knew how long the man had been sick, right? Because it's Jesus, he knows these things.
He knows it all.
He asked him a question. He said, "Would you like to get well?" And that's our question today. Would you like to get well? Would you like to, be stuck in your stuff that long? Waiting indefinitely to get well? That's a question that all of us have to think about, because if we are doing things holistically, that means that we need all the areas of our lives to kind of work together, right? Yeah, we need all of the areas of our lives to work together. So tell us about what you do.
So I have just gone through a relaunch and a rebranding, and I thank you for all of your powwows and talks and support through this process. But I have been termed an accountability coach. So outside of my product-based business, I've always provided a service, but never really knew how to make that service a valuable business, or never really understood how much value the service I was offering was holding and how impactful it was for individuals. So
Mhm.
in doing TLC with my product line, I realized that people need that push. Like you said, people need to be asked certain questions to provoke their emotions, their mind, their will to do something. People need to
Mhm.
hear things a different way. They need to see it done a different way than maybe what they
Mhm.
were taught growing up or what they see their friends currently doing. So just getting to know people's lifestyle and what their goals are, and I'm here to support you and hold you accountable, help you make a plan, and help you follow through with the plan.
Okay. Okay. Because that's kind of what, like, in this story kind of tells us that, you can't, like, just keep on sitting in your current situation and do nothing about it and expect
Exactly.
yourself to be whole. You wonder why you don't have results in certain areas. It's because you're not really taking care of yourself. And this is, again, self-care Saturday, right?
Hmm.
So it's important to care for yourself, not only spiritually. I mean, um, spiritual, God is the center of our joy, but he's the center. So we still have to work on the
The other
outshoots, right?
limbs. Yeah.
So, and
Yep.
one of the things is wellness, being well. We can't participate in ministry or activities or events if we're not well,
Period. So
and we're
true.
not whole. And we're not whole. And like I said, I love your products because I really want to uh, activate and escalate what I did in a ministerial format, but I had to have the power, not only the power of the Holy Spirit, but I had to have the physical power, right? To also do it. So I want you
And
to
I feel
tell
like,
me, go ahead.
no, I feel like as individuals, we need to let go of those internal limiting beliefs that we have to do it by ourselves. Because, like you said, you knew you had something within you, but you needed a little extra push to really bring it out and bring it to the forefront and make it come alive. So
Mhm.
that's what I want to do. That's always been my goal and my passion, just to pull out what's already there. It already exists. And I came up in the era where the pharmaceutical reps were like blowing up in the doctor's office. So it always boggles my mind that people could go to a doctor, and because I'm behind the scene, I know that the pharmaceutical rep just bought us lunch an hour ago. So now my doctor is going to be telling the patient about this new product that's out, and people are just taking it. So just being aware of what's out there, knowing that you have options, knowing that you don't have to do what the next person is doing, or you don't have to be on the blood pressure medication or all of these hundreds of different pills you're taking, and we're
Yeah.
not making any type of medical claims, but just knowing that you have options and educating yourself on what's available to you in this world, because it's just not always modern medicine.